What happens when a country is rich in minerals? A country sitting on the world's largest cobalt reserves suddenly decides it no longer wants to do business with America? What happens when that same country turns around and hands a colossal $10 billion cobalt deal to India? And what happens when this deal sends shockwaves through Washington, triggers a new global race for African resources, and positions India as one of the fastest rising superpowers in Africa? Today, we dive deep into a story that is shaking the mining world, shaking the geopolitical world, and shaking the balance of global power. DR Congo forcefully rejects America. India secures a historic $10 billion cobalt megadeal. The global mineral war has officially changed. Welcome to another explosive episode on Eazicho Africa, your #1 channel for Africa-India global power analysis. Sit tight, because this story, it is wild. For decades, America has enjoyed deep influence in the Democratic Republic of Congo. American-linked companies, NGOs, mining interests, and diplomatic networks have operated throughout the Congolese mining sector. But over the last decade, something shifted. The Congolese government began pushing back against deals they felt were exploitative, unfair, or not benefiting local communities. Washington wasn't adjusting fast enough. African nations are no longer accepting cheap resource deals, unfair contracts, or one-sided partnerships. Leaders want infrastructure, value addition, jobs, and technology transfers. America was offering pressure, politics, and lectures. India was offering investment, respect, infrastructure, and long-term partnership. New American laws targeting conflict minerals were seen by Congo as intrusive, insulting, designed to control exports. Congo saw it as America telling them who they can trade with. In the last few years, tensions rose over cobalt export controls, environmental standards, human rights debates, and Chinese/Indian competition. Congo felt America was trying to dominate the sector, not partner in it. So they made a decision that has now changed global mineral politics. India saw the tension. India saw the opportunity. India saw what Congo truly wanted. Diamond with it respect. Diamond with it infrastructure. Diamond with it no political lectures. Diamond with it investment, not interference. Diamond with it a partner, not a watchdog. And so, India delivered something America never expected. A bold $10 billion cobalt offer. Not just for extraction, not just for exports, but a full package including mining infrastructure, local processing plants, Congolese job creation, railway corridors, technology transfer, long-term purchase guarantees. This was not a buy your minerals deal. This was a transformation of your mining economy deal. Congo accepted immediately. And America? They were left outside the room, watching India take the throne. This isn't just about money. This isn't just about minerals. This is about global domination of the future energy world. Cobalt is the backbone of electric vehicle batteries, mobile phones, renewable energy storage, aerospace systems, defense technology. The country that controls cobalt controls electric mobility, controls battery manufacturing, controls the future of global power. And the DRC holds over 70% of the world's cobalt deposits. Imagine holding 70% of the world's oil in one country. That's how powerful DRC cobalt is. India understands this. America understands this. China understands this. But only one of them secured Congo's recent megadeal. And it wasn't America. This part is the heart of the story. Congo's leaders repeatedly stated, "We want partners, not masters." India treated them like equals. America treated them like a project. India didn't just say, "Give us cobalt." India said, "We will help you build Africa's EV future." Railways, skill training, mining schools, processing plants, local refining opportunities. India wants Congo to export batteries, not raw minerals. That's what Congo wants. That's what Africa wants. India's reputation in Africa is rising fast because India does not impose sanctions. India does not tell African countries who to trade with. India does not interfere in domestic politics. India builds quietly, cheaply, and effectively, while America uses bureaucracy, political speeches, pressure. India uses investment, speed, humility. That difference won them $10 billion worth of cobalt. Washington is not happy. Not at all. This deal hits America in 3 painful places. The U.S. automotive sector desperately needs cobalt. Without Congo, they depend more on China, Indonesia, India. America hates that. Losing strategic minerals to India means losing geopolitical leverage. America has been trying to rebuild connections in Africa, but deals like this show that Africa is choosing others. This is a power shift. Sources inside Washington say lobbying is intensifying. American mining companies are panicking. The State Department is exploring alternatives. Congress is demanding explanations. But the reality is simple. America lost. India won. Congo decided alone. This is not just a Congo victory. It is an African victory. Here's why. For the first time, African nations are freely choosing partners based on value, benefits, respect, not pressure. This deal includes local processing, refining, manufacturing. Africa is moving from exporting raw materials to exporting finished products. If you want African resources, respect African governments. Offer fair deals. Bring development. Don't manipulate. The mineral war is now centered on Africa. Cobalt, lithium, copper, rare earths, nickel. Africa holds the future of clean energy, and the world is now competing for access. Africa has the leverage. India's rise in Africa is undeniable. Through this $10 billion deal, India gains. India's EV strategy becomes stronger. Winning a Cobalt megadeal shows India is now a major global player. African nations see India as reliable, respectful, interested in development. This creates goodwill for future deals. China dominates African mining. India is emerging as the new challenger. This is perhaps the most important part. Congo gains $10 billion in investment. Infrastructure development. Thousands of jobs. New mining technology. Global attention. More negotiating power. It gives Congo leverage in global EV supply chains. Regional politics. Mineral pricing. Foreign investment. Congo is no longer a follower. Congo is a kingmaker. We are entering a new era. America versus India. America versus China. India versus China. Europe versus BRICS. African states versus old powers. Africa is no longer a battlefield. Africa is the referee. Countries now fight for Africa's approval. That is a historical shift. India just made a giant leap. America just suffered a major blow. China is watching closely. This Cobalt deal is the beginning of a new geopolitical chapter. After Congo's bold move, other nations may follow. Zimbabwe, lithium. Zambia, copper and cobalt. Tanzania, graphite and helium. Namibia, uranium and lithium. Ethiopia, rare earths. Madagascar, nickel. Africa is in demand. If countries negotiate smartly, they can secure value addition, long-term industrialization, stronger currency stability, employment growth, infrastructure networks. This is Africa's chance to rise. And Africa is grabbing it. The world is changing. The mineral map is changing. The balance of global power is shifting right before our eyes. A few decades ago, Africa had no leverage. Africa had no global voice. Africa had no bargaining power. But today, Africa decides who wins and who loses. And Congo just proved it. By rejecting America and handing India a $10 billion Cobalt victory, Congo has announced to the world, Africa is no longer a resource pit. Africa is a power center. India understood that. America didn't. This is not just a Cobalt deal. This is a message, a warning, a declaration. A new Africa is rising, and the world has no choice but to adapt. Thank you for watching Iazicho Africa, where we decode Africa's rise and the global power shift shaping the future. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because Africa's story is only getting started.